Okie dokie. This is the last video I'm gonna make, so then your playlist is gonna be done. I don't remember if this is the actual last problem that we got. No, I think we got another one after this. But all right, here we go. I'll probably do like parts A and B together, and then have to do C, D, and E in another video. Make a sign diagram for that function. All right, what you're going to do for part A, when you're doing a sign diagram, and I talked about it in another problem, but when you're doing a sign diagram, you are interested in the zeros, and you are interested in any place that it's undefined. Your zeros are going to come from your numerator. Now, your numerator can be factored. Two numbers, when I multiply them, I get 9, and when I add them, I get 6. 3 and 3, and then your denominator can also be factored. When I multiply a positive 5 and a negative 2, I get a negative 10, and I add them, and I get a positive 3. Sorry. So you take your numerator, set it equal to 0, and that gives you x equals a negative 3. So you've got a 0 at negative 3 with a multiplicity of 2. You take the denominator and set it equal to 0, and that gives you a x equals a negative 5 and x equals a 2, right? And those are actually two spots where it is undefined. To do your sign diagram, you are interested in your three numbers. We got a negative 3, we got a negative 5, and we got a 2, okay? And then you pick, I'm going to go with purple, and you pick, I'm going to pick a 0 in here, and anytime you can pick a 0, you want to pick a 0. I'm going to pick a 3 to check over here. Obviously, you're going to choose negative 4 over there to check, and you're going to choose negative 6 over here to check. Okay. You take each of those numbers, the negative 6, the negative 4, the 0, and the 3, and you plug it back into your original equation. So I'm going to talk it through for 0. So if I did 0 squared plus 6 times 0, so 0 squared plus 6 times 0, that's going to give me a 0, but I have then a 9 in the numerator, and I have a negative 10 in the denominator. So the value of my function when x equals 0 is negative. Okay? And then you do the same for the other parts, and then you get a positive over in this section, you get a negative over in this section, and you get a positive over here. Okay? That is your sign chart. So then when I go to part B, okay. When I go to part B, where it says solve that for less than, solve x squared plus 6x plus 9 over x squared plus 3x minus 10 less than 0, you literally just have to do pull your numbers off of your sign chart. That's the reason I had you do the sign chart in the first place. So anywhere that it's less than 0. Now please notice it says strictly less than, not less than or equal to. So it is less than basically from negative 5 up to a 2, but the problem is here at negative 3 it is equal to, so you cannot actually include your negative 3. So when you write your interval, you're going to do negative 5 to negative 3 union. I hope this color shows up on the video. I don't remember if this gold color shows up very well or not. But then you go from negative 5 to negative 3 union negative 3 to 2. Okay, and that is all you have to do. Again, that's why I had you do that sign chart first. We just wanted to know where that would be less than 0. I'm going to go, I'll upload this one and then do a separate one for C, D, and E.